Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, RudraVed. Today we're gonna tell you a story. Let's dive into the story. Once there was a flood in a river, and in that river there were two grass particles. Two grass particles are 10K. Two grass particles were flowing in the river. You see, they were flowing straight like this, and they were flowing into the river. One of the particles from the river, he got a oblique or a big slant there. टेढ़ा हो गया, तिरछा हो गया, slant there. And the havoc he feel after getting slant, his world turned upside down. He thought this river is making him drown. He felt like that. And he was shouting at the top of his voice, I will stop this river. I will stop the flowing of this river. You see, what he was thinking is like there was no option for him other than stopping the river because he was drowning. You see, if when you do not have any option, what you do is you think the only option is left to, I have to do something, I am drowning. This river will make me die if I do not stop the river. Okay, but river keep on flowing, and he also keep on flowing with the river. He again started shouting, I will stop this river, I will stop you, you are making me drown, and something like that. But the thing was that river was not at all aware about anything about it. See, river was unaware. River didn't even know that someone was there who was working so hard to stop the flow of it. River was unaware. Same time, there was another particle. See, two grass particle. He surrendered himself to the river. He was flowing with the river. You see, there were ups and downs, but he was flowing. He was enjoying the river. After moving forward, he thought that he was leading the river himself. He is the one who is leading the river. Now he thought, I will take this river to its destination. And we all know the destination of rivers are the sea. All rivers meet into the sea. So he thought, I will take this river to the sea and I will help him to be there and meet the sea, the destination of the river. So he thought that way, but you see, the river was unaware that there was a particle who was thinking that way, that he will take the river himself into the sea. So that's the whole story. So the symbolic, see, this story is basically a symbolic story. A normal person will see it like a normal story, but the symbolic of this story is everything and every action is symbolizing something. You see, river symbolizes the universe, the flow, the nature, the thing that is going on, the change that is going on, that is represented by the river. The two grass particles represents the human beings. See, having different perspectives about the things happening to them. Two particles represent them, and the sea represent the final destination. Or we can say the sea is the God himself, the supreme being, the goal of every thing in this world is the supreme himself. The sea represents that. You see, we human beings are like that. You see, the first particle, the difference between the two particles is that both of them went to the sea. See, in the story, both of them went to the sea with the river. The first one struggled so much. He was in so much pain. He was in so much agony. He was trying to be against the flow of the river. He was in so much pain and agony. But the second particle, he surrendered himself to the river. He surrendered himself to the flow. And he worked according to the flow. And he enjoyed there was, see, the river, when it was flood, river will grow like this and this and this. He go deep and down, but he enjoyed the way. And he ultimately, with the full joys, he enjoyed the journey, and ultimately he reached to the sea, the supreme being destination. The river made him do that. Okay, but the thing with the second particle was that he thought that he is the leader who is taking the river or everything else to the destination, to the supreme God. There, the two particles, you see, the perspective was different. Now let us take example of human beings. See, human beings, we think like that. Everything is going against us. You see, animals do not think like that way. They go with the nature, they go with the flow, and they reach their destination like that. But we humans, we see everything is fighting against us. You see, everything is happening against us, against me, and I need to fight to that. And in order to reach my goal, that's what we human beings see. And you see the second grass particle, you see what he thought that he is doing things. He is making things happen. But what the reality was that again the river was unaware that there are two particles who are one is trying and one is surrender to him. Surrender to him. Still, he is thinking that he is leading the river himself. He is leading the nature and making him reach his destination. But that's not the case. But when the case of a person who is spiritually inclined and who is a yogi, he knows that he is just flowing with the current. He knows how to flow with the current, like the second particle. But he also knows that he is nothing. He is nothing in this vast universe. He is like a simple grass particle. Who is, what I said, nothing in this whole universe. That's it. Very little. The impact is very little like that. But you see, someone is helping him to do that, to reach his destination, to the God. Someone is helping him, and that is the river. If the river would have not flowing like that, you see how much time and effort a particle has to take from, say, this destination to reaching to the sea if the river is not flowing himself. You see the time it will take. So what the further, let's say more explore the story. We explore the story more. You see, there are the first particle represents the simple beings. Okay, do not get offended by anything. I am taking examples from nearby. Let's say a normal person who is doing a job. He's fighting from the life. You see, I need to earn. I need to give food to my family. He wake up early. He fight from his clients and bosses and to gather things, resources to so that he can provide to his family and himself. That represents the first particle. Okay. Now the second particle, who represents the second particle? Let's say a businessman who has made a company or something super huge thing. What he did different was that he was not just fighting, he was just going with the flow of the current. He said that Ganga mein haath dho liye usne. Bas. There was a difference between the two is that. Okay. The first person think that how he did that. I am unable to make my ends meet, and this guy has created so huge that thousands of me can get benefit if his money come to me. He will think like that. Now the second person, you see, the problem with the second person is also that he think he did it. He did it, but the simple thing is that between the two particles, the first particle didn't know how to go straight, how to channel his energies to sync his energy with the flowing sink of the river. The second particle knows how to do that. You see, when I narrated the story, I felt the first particle got slant, tircha ho gaya tha. And the first verse was flowing straight. So the difference between two of them was that the second particles know the art of syncing with the river. And the art of syncing with the river or the syncing with the universe or the syncing with the higher self, whatever you want to call it, you can say it, syncing with the one, that is yoga. That thing is yoga. When you connect with, say, whatever you want to call it. Let's say you don't want to call him God, you say your higher self. Someone who is higher than you is guiding you yourself. The one you will become is guiding you so that you may become that one, the higher self. You can say the God, you can say the universe, whoever you may believe, is the one. You see, so that's the difference and the real meaning of yoga, and how some people achieve something so great that people think how he's able to achieve that. He just knew the art of syncing with the divine, or syncing with the his higher self, or syncing with the nature, syncing with the flow. So what was the difference between the two? The first one was not aligned, and the second one was aligned. You see, uh, both started straight in the story. Both started straight, but the second one got slanted. You see, when you were a kid, you were very happy. You were on the top of the world. You were the king. You see, you used to think everything is happening around me, for my good. You used to think that. When you grow up, you suddenly started having problem with the things. You see, things are not getting my way. He's trying to stop me. He is trying to fighting with me. You see, that's how the perspective changed, and that's how the narrator in the story has said. Or everyone started at the same way, but some got slant and tircha, and some got straight. It's just knowing the art of yoga, simply the art of the yoga. And the third person, you say a yogi. Example of a yogi. A yogi is say he also know the art of flowing with the river. He also know the art of yoga to syncing with the divine, or syncing with the higher self. But he also know that he is nothing. He was he is just aware of the thing that he is not doing anything. The universe is making him do things. He's helping him. Everything is helping him. He know that, and he is nothing. So he is not proud of anything. वो अहम भाव नहीं होता है, वो अहंकार नहीं होता है उसमें. That that pride feeling, you feel that I did something, I created this thing. You somehow know the art of thinking. Maybe consciously you know, or subconsciously you know. But if that current would have not flowing that way, you would have never gone to your destination. That's the simple difference, I would say, between the three. I say a person who is fighting with the universe, the person who has achieved something in one way, and a yogi who is above the two grass particle, who know exactly that everything is happening, everything is helping him, but he is nothing in this universe. He is just the one who is going with the flow. That's what spirituality exactly means. And say Ayurveda, thinking with the story I told you and with the three examples. That's what it is.
Jai Shri Ram.